A manila folder lands on your desk. No label, no cover sheet. The folder is warm. Someone was holding it before you. Inside, one page, a wire transfer, $681 million, routed through 3 countries you have never visited, to an account that does not officially exist. Your managing director stands behind you. He does not sit down. Make it work. You do not ask questions. You stopped asking questions 2 levels ago. You open Excel. You start building. Level 1. The Good Analyst. You are 22. Goldman Sachs, 200 West Street. Your badge works on the second try this morning. Base salary, $110,000. You send your first paycheck screenshot to your mother. She calls crying. Your father gets on the phone, says he is proud. You stand in the bathroom on the 23rd floor. The fluorescent light hums above you. The faucet drips. You feel like you made it. You did not make it. You made it to the lobby. Your job is pitch books, 60-page presentations. You align boxes, match fonts, fix logos at 3 a.m. because the client meeting is at 8. You work 90 hours a week, dinner at your desk every night. The firm pays after 7 p.m. You are always here after 7 p.m. The office smells like carpet and cold coffee and something you will eventually recognize as ambition burning itself out. There are 80 analysts on your floor. Same schools, same GPAs, same suits. The only thing that separates you is ranking. You do not know your ranking. Nobody tells you. Your girlfriend stops calling after month 3. She says you are never available. She is correct. You text her back at 1 a.m. from your desk. She does not respond. By month 5, her stuff is gone from your apartment. You notice on a Sunday, the only day you see your apartment in daylight. You believe in this place. You believe Goldman rewards talent. You believe the work matters. You believe all of this because you have not seen the 31st floor yet. First rule, the system does not need you corrupt on day 1. It needs you loyal. Corruption comes later. Loyalty is the foundation it is built on. Level 2, the first crack. You are 24, senior analyst. Bonus last year, $40,000. The analyst next to you got $65,000. You spend a week wondering what you did wrong. You did nothing wrong. New team, structured products. You are not building pitch books anymore. You are packaging debt, thousands of mortgages, bundled into securities, sold to investors as safe. Your job is to make the model work. The model always works. That is the point. You notice something. Default assumptions in your model are lower than actual default rates in the market. You mention it once. Your associate looks at you the way a parent looks at a child who asks the wrong question at a funeral. You adjust the model back. Numbers look clean. Product gets rated AAA. Investors buy it. 6 months later, defaults start. The mortgages you packaged begin failing. A pension fund in Norway loses $400 million on a product your team built. Retirees in Oslo lose their savings. You read about it in the Financial Times. The article has a photo, an old woman standing outside a government office. She is holding paperwork. She looks confused. You eat your sandwich. The bread is stale. You go back to your desk. Your mother calls that evening, asks how work is going. You say good. She says she is proud of you. You hang up. You sit in your apartment. The lights are off. You do not turn them on. The photo of the Norwegian woman is still open on your phone. The screen goes dark. You let it. Second rule, you do not create the system. You do not design the fraud. You build the spreadsheet. The spreadsheet is never wrong. The inputs are. Level 3, the machine. You are 27, associate, Wharton, MBA, $220,000 in loans. Base, $175,000. You manage 4 analysts now. They remind you of yourself. Same nervous energy, same belief that the work matters. You do not correct them. New division, sovereign wealth advisory. Your clients are not companies anymore. They are countries. First client meeting, Kuala Lumpur. You fly business class for the first time. The seat reclines flat. You sleep the entire flight. You wake up in a country whose development fund is about to become the largest fraud in Goldman Sachs history. You do not know this yet. The conference room has marble floors so polished you can see your reflection when you look down. Gold fixtures. The air conditioning is so cold, your fingers go numb taking notes. Across from you is a man, young, flashy, His watch costs more than your annual bonus. He talks fast, laughs loud. Everyone treats him like royalty. Your MD leans over during a break. His breath smells like coffee. He whispers, "Whatever he asks for, we make it happen." The fund needs $3 billion through a bond offering. Goldman underwrites, "Your job is structure. You build the model. The fees are $600 million. Standard bond fees are 1 to 2%. This is 20%. You mention it. Your MD smiles. Complicated deals require complicated fees. You nod. You make the numbers work. You always make the numbers work. That weekend you fly home. Your college roommate meets you for drinks. He works at a nonprofit, makes $55,000. He asks what you are working on. You say you cannot talk about it. He laughs and says you sound like a spy. You are not a spy. You are something worse. Spies choose a side. You chose a fee. Third rule, the deal is never about the country, never about the client. The deal is about the fee. Everything else is a story you tell compliance. Level 4, the turning point. You are 30, vice president. Base, $250,000. Bonus, $400,000. You earn more than your parents made in their best decade combined. The Malaysian deal's close. 3 bond offerings, $6.5 billion total. Goldman fees, $600 million. Money flows through accounts you helped set up. Cayman Islands, Luxembourg, Switzerland, each one a layer. Each layer has a purpose. The purpose is distance. Then you see it. $681 million from the fund, routed to a personal account. Not a government account, not a project account. Personal. You mention it, not directly. You say the reconciliation has a discrepancy. Your MD says the client approved the structure. You say the structure routes money to a personal account. He says Goldman is an intermediary. Intermediaries do not ask where money goes. They ask if paperwork is signed. The paperwork is signed, you file it. Close your laptop at 11 p.m. Take a cab home. Rain on the windows. The city looks blurred. You open your phone. A news article. A $250 million yacht. Purchased by someone connected to the fund. You look at the number. You look at the wire transfers you processed. The math connects. You close the article. Delete your browser history. Nobody is watching. You delete it anyway. Your wife is asleep when you get home. You stand in the doorway of your bedroom. She is breathing slowly. The room smells like the candle she lit hours ago, almost burned out. You watch her for a long time. You wonder what she would say if she knew what you built today. You decide you will never find out. Fourth rule, you do not steal the money. You do not touch the money. You build the bridge the money walks across. When someone asks what is on the other side, you say you do not know. You are just the engineer. Level 5, the golden cage. You are 34, director, total comp, $1.1 million. First time crossing 7 figures. You buy your parents a car. You tell them it is a thank you. It is guilt. You do not examine the difference. The fund is in the news. Investigators in 6 countries. The word embezzlement in a Wall Street Journal headline. You read it at your desk. Your hands do not shake. You have trained them not to. Then a compliance officer visits your floor. He sits across from you, opens a notebook, clicks his pen twice. The click echoes in your office. He asks about the bond deals. You explain the structure. You reference signed paperwork, client approvals, legal opinions from 3 firms in 3 jurisdictions. He writes something down, does not show you what. He asks about the fee structure. Why 20% on a sovereign bond offering? You say the deal had unique complexities, requiring extensive structuring work. He writes again, longer this time, looks up at you, holds eye contact for 3 seconds. 3 seconds feels like a year when a compliance officer is deciding if you are lying. He nods, thanks you, closes his notebook, stands up, shakes your hand. His palm is dry, yours is not. He leaves. Sit at your desk. You do not move for 4 minutes. Then you open a new spreadsheet. New deal, different country, same architecture. Your phone buzzes. A colleague in Hong Kong. He says authorities are getting closer. Names being mentioned internally. He says, be careful. Then, one more message. I have a daughter. She is 3. I cannot go to prison. You delete the messages, block his number. You have never spoken to him about anything except deal structure. That is what your email records show. That is what matters. Fifth rule. Compliance is not prevention. It is documentation. If paperwork exists, the transaction is clean. If the transaction is clean on paper, it is clean. Paper is all that matters. Level 6. The Reckoning. You are 38. Managing Director. Comp. $2.4 million. Your name is on tombstones for $18 billion in deals. You have an office now, with a door. The door matters more than the money. The Malaysian fund collapses. $4.5 billion missing. A government falls. A prime minister arrested. Investigations from Washington to Singapore. Goldman announces cooperation with authorities. You know what cooperation means. Someone takes the fall. Your MD. The one who said, make it work, indicted, money laundering, conspiracy. The Department of Justice calls it one of the largest frauds in history. He calls you the night before his arrest. His voice is steady, unnaturally steady. He says the firm will handle things, says to stay calm, says the paperwork protects you. You hang up, you sit in your apartment, the apartment that costs $8,000 a month, bought with money from deals that funded a fraud you helped structure. Goldman pays $2.9 billion in fines. The stock dips for 1 week, then recovers. The number sounds large. It is 11% of 1 year's revenue. Your MD goes to prison. You do not. You send him 1 email, 2 sentences. You spend 40 minutes writing it because every word has to say something without saying anything. Your daughter asks at dinner what happened to your boss. You say he made mistakes. She asks what kind. The kind that catches up to you. She asks if you make mistakes like that. You say no. The dining room is quiet. Your wife is looking at her plate. Your daughter is looking at you. You are not lying. You are not telling the truth. You are managing the narrative. Goldman taught you that. It is the one skill that never stops being useful. Sixth rule. The system does not punish everyone. It punishes the person whose name is on the wrong line at the wrong time. Your name was on every other line. That is not luck. That is architecture. Level 7. The Partner. You are 44. Partner. 1 of 400 out of 45,000. Comp. $4.8 million. The number does not register as money. It registers as score. You sit on the management committee. Approve deals you do not build. Mentor directors who remind you of yourself at 30. Sharp. Compliant. Willing to not ask questions because the answers are not something anyone wants documented. The firm launches a consumer lending platform. You see the internal data. Loans approved that should not be approved. Risk models adjusted to show performance that does not exist. You sit in the meeting. The head of consumer banking presents growth numbers. You know they are manufactured. Everyone in the room knows. Nobody speaks. The presentation ends. Everyone claps. Your son is 19. He tells you he wants finance. Asks if you can get him into Goldman. You make the call. He gets the offer. He comes home that evening, excited, talking fast. He says he wants to be just like you. You are standing in the kitchen, holding a glass of water. The glass is cold against your palm. The house is quiet, except for his voice. He wants to be just like you. You smile. You say congratulations. You do not tell him what the building runs on. You do not tell him that the badge will work on the second try, and the models will always look clean, and the paperwork will always be signed, and nobody will ever ask him to do anything illegal, because nobody at Goldman asks you to do anything illegal. They put a folder on your desk, warm. Someone was holding it before you, and they say, make it work, and you do. Seventh rule. There is no moment you become corrupt, no decision, no turning point, just a series of small choices, each one reasonable, each one documented, each one approved. And one morning, you wake up and realize the person your mother cried for on the phone is someone you cannot explain to her now, not because she would not understand, because you do not have the words for what you have become. Goldman does not need words. It needs the model to work. It always does. The Cycle. Somewhere on the 23rd floor, a 22-year-old analyst opens his first spreadsheet. His badge worked on the second try. He sent his paycheck screenshot to his mother. She called crying. He is assigned to structured products. His associate shows him the model. The inputs are chosen, so the outputs look clean. He notices the default assumptions are low. He mentions it. Once. His associate looks at him. He adjusts the model back. The numbers look clean. The product gets rated AAA. He eats his lunch, goes back to his desk, opens the next model. The machine does not stop. It does not slow down. It does not explain itself. It just gets new parts.